Welcome to our Learn to Crochet series. Today we're looking at what was known as the bushy stitch. Now, to work a bushy stitch you need a foundation chain of even numbers plus 1 for your turning chain. To begin with, you are going to put a double crochet in your second chain from hook, and then you are going to put 2 double crochets in your next chain. You're going to miss the next chain and put 2 double crochet in the next. So you work along your chain by missing 1 chain and 2 double crochet in the next. The reason we miss a chain is so you don't end up with a big long ruffle of foundation chain. If you were to put 2 double crochet in each chain across, you'd end up with far too many stitches for the stitch pattern. So you miss a chain and you put 2 double crochet in the next. And then you will end with a double crochet in the last chain. Chain 1 for your turning chain, and you turn your work. So for row 2, you put a double crochet in your first stitch, then you're going to skip the next stitch and put 2 double crochet into the next. Skip the next double crochet and put 2 double crochet in your next one. Miss 1 and 2 double crochet in the next. That is your stitch pattern. It's really simple. And then you'll finish the row off with 1 double crochet. One double crochet in your last stitch, then you chain 1 and turn. 1 double crochet in your first stitch, skip the next one and 2 double crochet in your next. Skip 1 and 2 double crochet in the next. This stitch pattern creates a really dense, stiff fabric, especially in using the yarn and the hook that I've used. So the yarn is Sheep Years River Wash, and my hook is a size 3, which is suitable to use with Sheep Years River Washed. But in this stitch pattern, it created a really thick, stiff piece of fabric. Part of the reason for that could be because I am a tight crocheter, and part of that could be just the nature of the stitch pattern itself. So things to remember when you're working on this stitch pattern: you need 1 chain for a turning chain. You start a row with 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then the repeating pattern is miss a stitch and 2 double crochet in the next, and you end each row with 1 double crochet in the last stitch. If you've used this stitch pattern before, let us know in the comments below what you made. I'd be really interested, because as I was making the stitch I was finding it difficult to envisage what I could make with this stitch pattern. This has definitely been the easiest stitch so far, in that it just uses double crochets. Gives a nice effect though, a lovely flat piece of fabric. From this row, I changed what I was doing slightly just to see if it looked different. So I still have the 1 double crochet in the first stitch, and then I put 2 double crochet in the next one, and then skip the stitch and put 2 double crochet in the next. The reason for doing this was, having read back the information on the stitch itself, it does say work 2 double crochet under both horizontal loops of the last double crochet of each group of 2 double crochet. That would make sense that you put 2 double crochet and then skip the next stitch. And end it with 1 double crochet in the last stitch. I did this for a few rows because I wanted to see whether or not it looked any different from the first few rows of the swatch, and it makes no difference. So you either skip a stitch first and then 2 double crochet, or you 2 double crochet then miss a stitch. You're going to get the same results. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving us a thumbs up, like down below. We really would appreciate your feedback. If you wish to continue receiving the Learn to Crochet videos and other video content, subscribe to our channel, and if you click the bell next to the subscribe, you'll get notifications of when we upload. All of our videos go out to our Patreon supporters as early release, and they also get other content specifically for them. So if you've enjoyed watching these videos and you'd like to give us just a little bit of support, pop over to patreon.com/unravel and unwind and show us your support over there. So let's have a look at our swatch of the bushy stitch. You can see that even though I changed the way around that I was doing the stitch, it still gives the same effect. It just looks a little offset from the first few rows. It does create a really stiff, tight piece of fabric. I imagine if you were to use a larger hook size, a much larger hook size, it would make it a lot looser. It's not a lacy stitch, it is a dense stitch. So I'm not quite sure how we would use it. Thank you very much for watching today.